the 11 reasons for addiction, and it is the Bach Flowers. They actually go so deep within that we feel that okay, addictions, even while we are when I used to look into addictions. I used to feel that okay, there is addiction. Let's heal for addiction. We all know so many healing modalities, so we start to heal. But with Bach Flowers, it has like the Sahasrara has opened up. Like, oh, this is also there, this is also there, this is also there. And then healing would always happen. The key to healing, is what? You need to reach to the innermost root. And once you reach the root, then healing is very easy. And just because generally people are not able to reach the roots due to any reason, the healing is taking time, or maybe the healing is kind of not working, or not much is coming out of that. But once you reach the roots, the healing becomes quite easy. So there are 11 reasons why people would get addicted, right? So let me share them with you. And this is such a beautiful thing which is possible, and which comes to us through Bach Flowers. So now when we talk about addiction here, I'm talking about say drinking. We'll take an example, drinking. So when one of the reasons is people drink to forget their worries and their problems. This is one reason that people get into, because of their worries and their problems, they get into drinking and addictions. The second is there is a temptation. So if there is a friend who says, come, we'll go and we'll have a drink. And then tomorrow if another friend comes, and then he becomes habituated. So there is a temptation. You cannot refuse if there is some other person who comes and he tells you, chalo, let's have a drink. The third is there are people who are in guilt. Many times, if whatever has happened in their life, there is a deep guilt within them. And because of this guilt, they feel that guilt can be overcome by drinking. They would get into drinking. The fourth is there are many people who feel there is fear, deep-rooted fear in them. They feel that when I drink, I become very fearless. I become courageous. That is one of the reasons that people drink. One more reason why people drink. One more common reason why people drink is to forget to come out of their past thoughts. Something has happened in the past and they're not been able to get in terms with that. And then they drink to kind of forget to come out of their past thoughts. There are certain people who drink because the same thoughts keep coming to them, and they go on drinking. The same thoughts. So they are not able to get out of the thoughts. They're just fed up of those continuous thoughts that are going on, and then they would drink. So someone would drink. One reason can be because they have become habituated and they borrow money. They would steal or borrow money to drink. Now, one of the reasons why people drink is they feel that life is to enjoy. I've seen a lot of success and I want to enjoy, and this is the easiest and the best way to enjoy. So they get addicted to that particular thing. So there are certain people who have gone through deep depression or hopelessness, or through a very challenging period, and they are suffering in solitude because of that. That is where people drink. There is one more reason why people drink is because they are lonely. They don't have company, and then the drink them itself becomes their biggest company and the closest company. Right? So these are some of the reasons why people get addicted or why people drink. Now, as mentioned in the call, there are 9 types of angers. We feel that there is only these are 11 reasons. Now, when you get into these 11, identifying the exact reason as to what it is, why is that person drinking or why is that person addicted to, it is then that you can reach to a very quick solution. But till the time you don't know why that person is drinking or why that person is not addicted to drinking, then things are going to be very, very difficult, right? So there are 9 different reasons that people get angry. For just common knowledge is, okay, this guy gets angry and he wants to treat his anger or whatever. but then there are 9 different reasons to it. So, number one, people get angry because of jealousy, hatred, revengefulness. That is one of the reasons. Second reason is people get angry because of intolerance. They cannot tolerate something. And if that thing is happening in front of them, they cannot tolerate it. And that is why they get angry. The third thing is these people, they are very impatient. And then they come across people who are working very slow. So what will happen, even if you see in your house, there might be that one family member who's very impatient. And if he doesn't get things on time, or if somebody is not working with them at their speed, then they get very, very impatient, and then the anger comes out because of that impatience. The fourth thing is there are many people who are not able to take decisions, and that is happening nowadays. That is going to happen a lot in 2023. Will not be able to take decisions, either this or that, either this or that. What should I do? And because of that, they are in the status quo. They will remain in the status quo, and that is where they get angry, because of indecision. Then there are people who get angry because external circumstances have not supported them. They're going through a challenging period, but then the external circumstances have not supported them, and then they are themselves in a very bad shape. So there are people who get angry on themselves, right? They will always be angry. They will not get angry on others, but on themselves they get angry. There are situations wherein when you become a slave mentality, wherein you feel weak and you cannot answer the other person. And this happens many a time in jobs, offices, or when people who were there in authority, you cannot answer them back. You know that they are doing wrong, or you're not in tune with that, but then you cannot speak up in front of them, and that is where you get angry, that you get very frustrated from inside. Many times there are people who are very dominating in nature and very demanding or forceful, and when they don't get the platform to exhibit their forcefulness, or nobody listens to them, or nobody allows them to dominate, anybody does not allow them to dominate, they get angry. And then and the last one is anger due to injustice. When injustice is meted out to a person, or he sees that and you see so many people, when they will see that there is injustice being done, they will get angry. Right? So these are 9 reasons why people get angry. Now, some of the reasons why people can't sleep, kind of insomnia, is sometimes there is a concern of a near one. If your near or dear one is unwell, or you are just thinking about them, some challenging situation has happened in their life, it is then that that person can be deprived of sleep. Second is if there are continuous thoughts of a certain incident which has happened back to back, the same thoughts keep on repeating. Oh, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. And then that keeps on playing. Then that person gets deprived of sleep. The third is because the mind is puzzled to do this or to do that. The wavering mind, the typical wavering mind. So that is the third reason why people can't sleep, because they keep on thinking either this or this. The fourth is because of unbearable pain. It can be a mental pain, it can be a physical pain. The fifth is due to fear of darkness. That means they fear that if they close their eyes, many times people, and this is a fact, that if they close their eyes, somebody would come in, or there is some entity around, or whatever. So that is the fear of darkness does not allow them to sleep. Some people are not able to sleep due to mental tension. There is a lot of mental tension and stress. There are some people who cannot sleep because of hurts, wherein there is a lot of hatred which is there, envy which is there, and they're not able to handle the hurts. There are some people who are not able to sleep because of past thoughts. The past thoughts keep coming again and again. Maybe something which happened 4 years back, 2 years back, 20 days back, that keeps coming and haunting them. And then there are people who are not able to sleep because of some bitterness which is going on in them, a deep hurt which is there in them. So these are some of the reasons that people do not get sleep.